Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good evening. I'm Muhammad Fitri. So today, a short, a very short sharing session about BBC. So have you heard about BBC? Okay, of course, when we mention BBC, everyone will refer to the British Broadcasting Corporation, okay, the news, all right. However, I have a new term right now, okay, related to generative AI, which is BBC, Bard, Bing, and ChatGPT. Yeah, you heard it right, okay, BBC, Bard, Bing, and ChatGPT. So I'm gonna claim to be the first to say that, hopefully, okay, that no one have used BBC for generative AI before, okay. So basically today, just a simple exploration about the differences of responses, okay, from similar prompt. If I were to ask a similar prompt a question, how would Bing, Bard, and ChatGPT respond? Which one is the better one? Which one is my preference? And which one maybe should I avoid or use the least? Okay. The aim is that so that we are not fixated on just one application, one generative AI. Okay. Hopefully, you will yourself explore. Okay. But before we start, I hope you will share this live session, whether you watching it through YouTube or Facebook, okay, or you watching it as the later on when the live session has ended. Okay, please share to your friends, your network through WhatsApp, Telegram, wherever network you have. Okay, thank you very much for sharing. Okay, so let's explore now. Okay, I have with me my Microsoft Surface Pro 8. Okay, and the Surface Pen, Slim Pen 2. Okay, actually not using it for today. Okay, just as the pointer to replace my mouse. Okay, uh, so let me just share my screen first. Okay, share my screen. Moment. Okay, where's my screen? Okay. Okay, so now we are on Chat GPT. This is Chat GPT. Which one would you prefer? Do you prefer for me to be below or at the side? Okay, I think this is better, right? Okay. Okay, so I'm going to ask, okay, I want to know, okay, the ranking. Okay, this is more related to economy, geography. Okay, I want to know the ranking of ASEAN cities, cities in ASEAN, okay, according to GDP per capita, okay. So I want to know whether, for example, is Kuala Lumpur higher than Bangkok, or how is Kuala Lumpur compared to Singapore? But then it's easy to find information about Kuala Lumpur. How about, let's say, for example, how does Johor Bahru compares to, let's say, Da Nang in Vietnam, or how does Chiang Mai, okay, compares to Medan in Indonesia, okay. So these are mostly, can say, a mixture of geography, of economy, geopolitics, ASEAN studies, okay, which is something that's very dear to me, okay. So again, I want to know, I want the AI to generate a ranking of cities in ASEAN, okay, of city in ASEAN according to their GDP per capita. Okay, so before, I mean, if we don't have AI, what would I do? Okay, for example, I might just, let's say, go to, say, Google or Bing. I might, for example, GDP, okay, per capita ASEAN cities. Okay, so would I get the response that I want? Okay, so I have this list of ASEAN countries by GDP. Okay, it is countries, but I want to know. Okay, I want to know in terms of cities. Okay, why? Maybe I'm an investor, maybe an advisor. Okay, maybe I have, for example, a foreign company that wants to find the best place to invest. Okay, and they would like to know what is the GDP per capita according to cities. Okay, so okay, this is Statista, quite a very Statista is quite popular for statistic. Okay, let's have a look. Do they have the ranking? Okay, I'm taking some time to load. Okay, but there are others. For example, this is again Wikipedia. This ASEAN Stat, maybe ASEAN Stat could be another option. Okay, but then see, I have to okay, accept all. Okay, and now this is gross domestic product per capita in the ASEAN region from 2010 to 2019. Okay, but I want to know in terms of city. Okay, not in terms of overall. Okay, in other words, I can still find it online, but I will need to do a lot of research. Okay, maybe pull some string here and there, call friends whatsoever. So it will take some time, a lot of time. So I want instant, fast result. Okay. So what I will do here, okay, let me ask a general question first. Okay. In ChatGPT. Okay. First ChatGPT, please rank. Okay. Ask, for example, cities in ASEAN according to GDP per capita from the maybe okay, let's put it for the top 30 highest GDP per per capita. Okay, so I'm going to copy this so that I can paste in other also. Okay, so this is Chat GPT. Okay, Chat GPT. I see. Okay. So ChatGPT version 3.5. I apologize for the confusion, but ChatGPT is typically measured at country level, not city level. Okay, it's trying to teach me. Okay, so what it does is simply rank the nation. Okay, Singapore, Brunei, Malaysia, Thailand, Philippines, Indonesia, Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia, Myanmar. Might as well put Timor Leste down at number 11. Okay, just for ranking sake. Okay, let's go to BART. Okay, I'm going to paste BART. Okay, the same question. What do I get? Okay, this is BART. Okay, so let's have a look. Please rank cities in ASEAN according to GDP per capita for the top 30 highest GDP per capita. Maybe my question is, oh, okay, all right. This is the result in Google Bard. Okay, show 30 cities. Okay, I asked for 30 cities. Okay, so it produced Singapore, which is a city by itself, a city state. Then there's Jakarta, Bangkok, Kelang. Okay, the thing is, you have a look here. Okay, this is where you need some. You can ask a lot of questions to AI, but doesn't mean the answer you get will be correct. Okay, you do need to have some, at least some context, some background information. Okay, it ranks here. Number one is Singapore, number two is Jakarta, number three is Bangkok, number four is Klang Valley or Kuala Lumpur. Okay, kind of smart to put Klang Valley instead of Kuala Lumpur. But if it put Greater Kuala Lumpur, I'll be much more really surprised. Okay, if you have a look here, Singapore, everyone knows Singapore has the highest GDP per capita, but then we have Jakarta at number two, Bangkok number three, which is kind of suspect because we do know, I do know that Jakarta and Bangkok ranks lower compared to Kuala Lumpur and even Bandar Seri Begawan. But okay, but then at the very least, it does, but does give me a list of 30 top cities in ASEAN. Okay, from Singapore all the way to Hat Yai. But you see, we have a Brunei Muara, which is 8921. That doesn't make sense. Okay, okay, let's have a look at Bing AI. Okay, what does Bing say? Okay, the same question I'm going to paste here. I'm going to ask Bing. Okay, I'm going to use more precise. Okay, the more precise rather than the more balanced. Okay, so let's have a look. Okay, wait. Okay, let's see. Okay, that's because Bing uses this basically the same technology with OpenAI ChatGPT. Okay, okay, let's have a look. Taking some time. One thing about Bing is that according to International Monetary Fund, October 2021, okay, it's kind of like it talks to you nicer, okay, right? Okay, so we have here Singapore at number one, Jakarta number two, Bangkok number three. Okay. All right. So you see here, okay, I asked from the top 30, okay, but I only get 10, okay. And not only I get 10, the ranking is a bit mixed up. See, Singapore is at number one, okay, at USD 72,794, okay. But then number two is Jakarta at 19,000 something, okay. Number three is Bangkok 18,000. And Kuala Lumpur being number four is 26,855. So, what is this? I mean, it gives me, I mean, the top 10, okay, although I wanted top 30, but then in terms of how it ranks it, okay, Kuala Lumpur, which is supposed to be number 2, is situated in number 4, okay, and then we have which other, okay, so this is a bit mixed up, okay, so simple conclusion, ChatGPT doesn't give me the GDP per capita according to city, instead give according to nation, to countries without the figure. But give me the ranking 1 to 30. Thank you, but okay. However, the figure doesn't make sense. Okay, I know it's not correct, especially by Kuala Lumpur being lower than Jakarta and Bangkok, because we do know that Kuala Lumpur is higher than Jakarta, Bangkok, according to GDP per capita. Okay, and then Bing AI give me 10 instead of 30, but the ranking is, the way it does the ranking is, there are some mistake there. Kuala Lumpur should be number 2 instead of number 4. Okay, all right. So let me ask to be more, okay. What I will do, I will ask a much more specific question. Okay, rank. We ask for Malaysia first. Okay, the GDP per capita. Okay, okay, of top 10 cities in Malaysia. Okay. Okay, I'm going to copy this so that I can also paste it in Bard and in Bing. Okay, so at the moment, I think if I were to rank, I would say Bard is number 1, and Bing is number 2, ChatGPT is number 3. Okay, for my first question. Okay, again, okay. So this is the answer from ChatGPT. I apologize for confusion, but kind of specific data. Okay, but it does give mention to me. It's worth noting that cities such as Kuala Lumpur, Penang, Johor Bahru, Kota Kinabalu are known to have higher level of economic activity in Malaysia. So unfortunately, I didn't get the ranking. So let's go to BUT now. Okay, paste. Okay, let's have a look at BUT. Okay. For your information, just for context, I'm using the free ChatGPT, which is ChatGPT 3.5, not the ChatGPT Plus or ChatGPT 4, okay, which could be much more accurate, okay, because it's based on latest data, okay. So let's see, what does Google Bard say now, okay. It's taking kind of a long time. Okay, but here it is. Okay, sure. Here is the ranking of top 10 cities in Malaysia by GDP per capita PPP. Okay, because there's two ways to measure GDP per capita. One is PPP. Another one I can't remember how, but it's two way of measuring it. Okay, so I think this is kind of good. Kuala Lumpur, okay, but a bit confusing. Yeah, Kuala Lumpur is 47,716. Okay, and then if you have number 2 is Klang Valley. We all know that if you live in Malaysia, you know that Kuala Lumpur is part of Klang Valley. But what But does here is that separated Kuala Lumpur and Klang Valley. So this is kind of a bit confusing. Does it mean that all these cities and major urban area in Klang Valley, such as Shah Alam, Puchong, Petaling Jaya, minus Kuala Lumpur, or does it include Kuala Lumpur? Okay. Then we have Johor Bahru, Penang, Ipoh, Kuching, Kota Kinabalu, Kuantan, Seremban, Melaka. Does make sense. Okay, does make sense. Okay. So all right. So thank you to Bart. Let's go to Bing. Okay. What does Bing say? Okay. The same question. Let me ask again to Bing. Okay, so let's have a look. What does Bing say? Waiting for Bing to respond. Okay, so Bing has. Okay, I'm sorry, couldn't find information top 10 cities in Malaysia by GDP per capita. However, did find information on GDP per capita of Malaysian states. Okay, so what Bing does is that instead of ranking in terms of cities, it rank in terms of state. Okay, the top 10. Selangor at number 1, number 2 is Kuala Lumpur, number 3 is Sarawak, followed by Johor, Penang, Sabah, Perak, Pahang, Sembilan, Kedah. It does make sense. Okay, so Bing didn't answer my query, my prompt correctly, but it does provide me an alternative, not too specific, but I think the ranking does make sense. So again, I think if I were to rank, okay, based on the question 2, I would put number 1 at Bard, okay. Number 2 would be Bing. Number 3 again will be ChatGPT just didn't answer my question. So what's happening here, ChatGPT? Come on, OpenAI. Okay. Okay, so let me go to the third, maybe the final question just for today. Okay. Let's say I want to make comparison. Okay, compare. Okay, GDP per capita of of let me include here the some cities from ASEAN countries. Okay, let's start with Thailand of Chiang Mai. Okay, Phuket. Okay, maybe Hat Yai. Okay, with versus let's put Penang, Johor Bahru, and let's say Kuching versus let's Philippines, Cebu. Okay, what do we have? What other city we have in Philippines? Cebu, Mindanao. What's the city in Mindanao? Quezon City. No, I can't remember the name of city in Mindanao. Okay, let's forget about Philippines. Let's use Vietnam. Okay, Hanoi, Da Nang. I'm not going to use Ho Chi Minh City. Okay, Ho Chi Minh City. Okay, versus let's Indonesia. Okay, let's versus Bandung, Medan, and Balikpapan. Okay, so copy, enter first. Okay, so let's have a look. Do I get the answer that I want? Okay, I want AI to compare these cities. Okay, so it will need to again. Oh, okay, all right. That's okay. So I want the AI to actually do a ranking. Okay, but what it does is instead of ranking, just give explanation, which I suspect maybe the information is from Wikipedia, most probably. Okay, so let's go to Bard. Okay, the same question again, but okay, and to save time, I'm gonna paste in Bing also, and let's have a look. See what this Bard says here. Yeah, taking some time for the machine learning to find all the data, make comparison. Okay, great. Okay, so it does give a comparison. Okay, it's not a comparison, it's more like cluster together the top 3 in Thailand, and then next 3 is from Malaysia, and then Vietnam and Indonesia. Okay, okay, all right. Although it's a bit I suspect, Penang is lower than Hanoi. Is that correct? Not sure. Okay. And Bandung is higher than Johor Bahru. Okay. I don't think so. Okay, let's see. Okay. Right. So I'm sorry you couldn't find information. Okay. So for this, I would put Bard at number 1. Number 2 is ChatGPT, although I didn't get the answer I wanted, but just some explanation. And Bing AI simply 0. Okay. So maybe from these 3 questions, I would say Bud stand at number 1. Okay. Very good, Bud. Thank you very much. Okay. This is kind of surprising for me. I was expecting ChatGPT to be number 1. So, but I think at the moment, Bud's number 1. Number 2 is based on the 3 question is Bing. Number 3 is ChatGPT. Okay. But these are based on my questions related to economy. I simply ask for GDP per capita of cities instead of nation or countries, because I do know it's not easy to get data from per capita of cities. And also I just wanted them to rank them, so that I want to see do they actually do the ranking, and it seems here but does give me some kind of ranking that I do want, which I mean, if I am doing research I can use this ranking. But then again, I saw some mistake just now. So at the very least, you need to have, okay, in using generative AI for research purposes, you do need to have background information, you do need to know the content, you do need to have, I mean, some or maybe a lot of knowledge in that particular areas to distinguish whether you can accept the data given by generative AI or not. Okay, so so that conclude today's simple test BBC, but Bing and ChatGPT. Okay. If you enjoy this session and you would like me to do more on BBC to explore on many other topic or prompts, please leave a comment in comment section. Please do like and subscribe if you're watching it from YouTube, and if you're watching it from Facebook. Okay, please follow me and Fitri M Shukri, and please share both Facebook and also YouTube to your friends. And I'll see you later in some other in other live stream session. Thank you very much. Sekian. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.